So what we have here is like 50 years of cinema camera development. On the left-hand side, we have an Arriflex camera from, I don't know, long before I was born. And on the right, we have a Sony f65. That's probably one of the most advanced cameras right now on the market. And what changed in the meantime? Is it purely the technical aspects that, of course, changed a lot? But what did it do to us as artists, to us as filmmakers? And the bad experience we made is that while the image quality, the film experience, we have stereo 3D now, high resolutions, higher bit depths, higher frame rates, everything's available to us now, but the freedom and the control we have over the camera and over the technology we're using actually decreased. So in total, the 50-year-old camera was a tool, a toy that every one of us could influence, that everyone could play around with, and it was open in its design and understandable and documented. And the new camera is exactly the opposite. It's not allowing you to do anything with it that it was not supposed to be designed for, and that it was not maybe also what you didn't pay for in the end. It's also a thing about price. So what we currently have in our hands to create films, to create projects, is a black box. We know what's going in, it's the light that we are filming, and we know what's coming out, the signal that we are recording, but we have no idea what's going on inside the camera. And as a DOP or as a creative industry professional, it's essential that you know what you're doing and how you can work with the tools that you're supposed to use. And to symbolize this black box here, I created the most classic black box of them all. It's the flight recorder, which is actually not black but red, so you can easier find it when the plane crashed. But the name black box actually comes from a different angle of the thing. But basically what we have is a black box with a lens on it. And it is what it is, and you can't really learn what it does. You can't change what it does. And that's probably one of the things that led to the creation of our project. We have the human evolution here. And what I tried to symbolize with the string puppet holding, I don't know if you can see it, it's a digital cinema camera, of course. And all the big corporations, all the big companies spend a lot of resources, efforts, and money to create a camera that they can sell well. They make it very expensive, of course, because it's the best that they can come up with. And then they spend even more resources, even more efforts on artificially crippling the camera, removing functions so they can distribute it under lower priced target markets. They make sure that you cannot find out what's going on inside the camera because it's basically their trade secret. When a company invents something and sells it, it's important that it's protected, so the less the user knows about it and the less they understand how to use it, the better the secret is protected inside the camera. So they invent encryption, certain closed proprietary protocols, so only accessories from the same company can be used with the camera, that you have to buy from them, nobody else. And also that the camera can only be used for one specific application, so that you cannot just use it for something else. You have to buy another camera from maybe a different manufacturer, or you can have a payable upgrade from the same manufacturer, of course. So it all comes down to maximizing profit and limiting that way innovation. And that's exactly why we are here, or why the project started in the end. It's about self-liberation and creating the tools for ourselves that we have full control over. And that way, we as artists, it's not just a technical project. I am a programmer and I created software, but I'm also a filmmaker, and the driving force behind this was that I want to create films, I want to create footage and shoot films with technology that I can completely understand, that I can completely change, adapt, and that way learn something about the way I work as well. So we created the apertus project. It wasn't named apertus from the beginning. It all started with digital cinema or filmmaking forum thread, where many people joined over time and thought the idea was great. And after we had so many people in our group, we were searching for a word that could summarize all the causes and all the ideas we had. And so we looked into the Latin language and chose apertus, which stands for free, public, frank, clear. It's the same word that also creates the word aperture, Blendenöffnung. It's also an opening, so openness all the way. And our mission statement is, we intend on creating an affordable, so the price is important, community-driven, free software and open hardware digital cinema, motion picture camera, catering to the requirements of a professional arts and production environment. Our experiences, wisdom, lessons learned on this path shall be shared and made freely available to everyone.